If you're thinking about buying a house in Southwest Florida, you gotta know that so many people focus on the wrong things. They're thinking about the fancy finishes, square footage, how dramatic is the entryway, only to find out 6 or 7 months after living here that they were looking at everything the wrong way. After helping hundreds of people move here to Southwest Florida, and frankly, moving quite a bit ourselves, we started to notice the same patterns over and over. The buyers who end up happiest long-term are prioritizing a very specific set of features. So today, I'm gonna share with you the 7 things that I think buyers need to focus on when they're looking for a house in Southwest Florida. And I'm even gonna share some of the things that are less important, and you might be surprised, so you better hang on till the end. But first, if you enjoy watching content about living and everything you need to know about Southwest Florida, then you've got to subscribe to our channel, share it with a friend, and you'll be notified every time we release a new video. And I want to know, is there a community that you're checking out or keeping your eye on, or is there a certain area where you're interested in living? Put it down in the comments below. All right, number 1 is indoor-outdoor living. We talk about it all the time, and I think that this is one of the things that really sets us apart from locations all throughout the rest of the country. So what are we talking about? Your lanai. Your lanai becomes an extension of your living space. It becomes your living room, your dining room, your social space, and it might even become your office. I certainly enjoy taking some of my conference calls or phone calls outside from the lanai. What we have found is that the people who really love their homes long-term often have a great lanai. They have a ton of undercover space. They often have an outdoor kitchen. And if they're lucky, an ice machine out there, like my favorite upgrade ever for an outdoor kitchen. Seamless transitions from inside to outside with either pocket sliders or zero corner sliders that pocket. And when we say pocket, we mean that they scooch all the way into the wall. Phenomenal. If you are still curious about what that looks like, put a comment down below and I'm happy to send you a little video clip to show you what I mean when I talk about pocket sliders. They are a great upgrade. And you absolutely want to have enough room to be able to entertain outside and allow that flow from inside to out. Here in Southwest Florida, the outside living is just as important as the inside. In wintertime, we have our doors wide open and we are enjoying our perfect weather. We struggle a little bit in the summer so that we can enjoy that phenomenal weather starting November, December timeframe and all the way through April. So you want to be able to have a space that you can maximize to enjoy everything that Southwest Florida has to offer. And it does matter. In fact, we actually sold the first house that we bought when we moved here to Southwest Florida because the outdoor living space just didn't give us what we were looking for. It was really narrow, it was long, but even after we added a pool, extended our lanai, it just didn't give us the room to entertain out there the way that we wanted to. So we made a decision to list that home and move to another property that gave us the outdoor space we were looking for. Number 2 is views and sight lines. And oh my gosh, I talk about this all the time. So what do we mean when we talk about that? When you open the front door and you walk into the house and you look forward, what is the view and what is the sight line? Nothing feels more luxurious than having an amazing open view outside to whatever is happening in the back. It might be a preserve view, it might be a water view, it might be a stunning pool, but these are really important to take into account when you're checking out property here in Southwest Florida. What people really love are long lake views, peaceful preserve views. Sometimes it's an incredible golf course view. Sometimes it's a western exposure that gives you a phenomenal sunset view. And sometimes it's privacy behind your home. Everyone has different goals and everyone wants different things. So there are a lot of different views that could help make it the right one for you. So it's not just inside, as I said. Sometimes it's what's happening outside. If you walk in, is it a double door entry? Do you have a nice wide entryway? Do you have a hallway, or does it open up right into the open living space? Do you have tall ceilings? Do you have a whole wall of sliders in the back? Some of these features can actually make a smaller home, a home with less square footage, still feel tremendously luxurious and grand. Those are my favorite. Number 3 is a functional gathering style great room. Living rooms, they're pretty much gone. We do still see them in certain communities here in Southwest Florida. A lot of times it's houses that were built before like 2008. Those were a little bit more of a traditional floor plan. But even with those, we're seeing people take down walls, modify, and definitely everyone drawn to the open floor plans. Today's buyers are looking for homes that live well, and they don't want any wasted space or wasted rooms. I hear that constantly when I'm out showing property, that like, what am I gonna do with that? That's a room that is gonna be furniture that nobody ever sits in, and we just look at it like, what a waste of space. What do people want? They want large open kitchens, huge islands, great rooms, split bedroom design. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, that's when you walk into a house and each little bedroom area is in a different part of the house. So it just brings very nice privacy for the different bedroom suite locations. And of course, seamless entertaining flow. That is the #1 goal for most people when we're showing them houses here in Southwest Florida. And let's be real, the kitchen is where it's at. That's where everyone always naturally gathers. So you want it to be open and seamless enough that people can comfortably maneuver around. Whether it's holidays, whether you've got your grandkids over and you want them sitting up at the bar, at the island bar while you're cooking, whether you're watching football, whether you're just enjoying a happy hour and some cocktails with friends or having some dinner parties. The homes that feel warm and connected and have an easy flow, those are the ones that are winning out. Okay, #4 is single story living. All right, we've bought several 2-story houses. We live in one now. So if not single story living, take into account whether or not it has a main floor primary suite. And this is an important consideration even for younger buyers, because the reality is here, from a resale value, while stairs might not be a problem today, they could be down the road. And a lot of people move here and they are thinking long term. So we'll have conversations with people. They're like, listen, these stairs, they're okay today, but what's going to happen in 10 years? What's going to happen in 15 years? And that is just a reality of living in an area like Southwest Florida. So a lot of the homes that people that we work with find most desirable have that main floor primary suite. Maybe it's a 2-story, but that part is covered. They've got easy flow. They've got seamless transitions for entertaining, wider hallways, and lots of sliders and openings to the outdoor spaces. So you really want to give this some consideration. You know, we've worked with a lot of people who maybe have younger kids, and so they're not comfortable being downstairs with the kids being upstairs. And I totally get that. But it's just something that you just have to have an awareness that at some point, that is going to be a comment that you hear on resale value. And that's okay, because we all buy homes for different stages in our life, and you have to do what's right for you. But just keep it in the back of your head, just like any other choice that we're making when we're picking our homes. You gotta just know that there will be a day that you're probably gonna resell that home. Something else that people really realized after Hurricane Ian is that, yeah, we do have some properties that have multiple stories that have elevators, but elevators can be expensive. Elevators can take a while to repair if something goes wrong, and sometimes simple living is just a little more attractive. Overall, single-story homes are just more popular here, and they tend to age better here. But we are seeing a big change in our demographics, so we are seeing more neighborhoods than ever that offer more square footage and more 2-story homes. We really had a hard time when we moved here finding those options when we came from Illinois, where we had a full finished basement, right? So we were used to having a lot of space and a lot of storage, and there were not a ton of homes like that when we moved to Southwest Florida back in 2012. But I am happy to say that that has completely changed now. If you're looking in North Naples, when you're looking in Estero, when you're looking in South Fort Myers, it is a lot easier now to find more square footage to be able to accommodate a lot of the families and people that are moving here as our demographic continues to change. #5 is storm resilience and construction quality. And this has become obviously a lot more important and a lot more front of mind the last few years with the hurricanes that we've had, especially after Hurricane Ian a few years back. So we're starting to see buyers that are asking a lot more questions now. Is this home built with concrete block? Does this home have impact glass? Does this home have any kind of automated shutters? Is it set up for a whole home generator? What's the elevation? What am I getting myself into here with this property? And of course, can I get insurance, and how much does it cost to insure this home? You know, a few years back, most of those questions weren't even being asked. In fact, when we moved here, most homes did not have impact glass. That was definitely not a standard. That has kind of transitioned here over the last few years, but many homes do not have that. And the reality is you don't have to have that. You're going to still have some sort of shutters or coverings to help with the hurricane if you need to put them on. But it is definitely a convenience, and it is a nice to have. And a lot of the newer communities, that has become a standard. So we have a lot of conversations now, and the homes that are commanding premiums, we're talking about, are they durable? Are they insurable? Is it going to cause me low stress? Are they easy to maintain? Another point to consider if you're doing some research and you're looking, our Florida building code changed big time in 2002. So that is a big time frame that we consider when we're looking at age of homes. Again, it doesn't mean homes built before then are not also solid, but that is when we had a major build code change back then. And so anything built after 2002 is going to be built to the most current updated Florida building code. So savvy buyers, you just want to take all this into account as you're looking through and deciding what is the right property and the right lifestyle for you moving to Southwest Florida. All right, number 6 is community lifestyle and fit. And this is huge here in Southwest Florida. We are the land of the HOAs. Let's face it, most people who decide to move here are moving here because of all of the resort style amenities. Maybe they like the golf, maybe they like the pickleball that's inside the community. So it is a big deal. So you might come here thinking you're buying a house, but what you're really buying is a lifestyle. And different communities are going to attract different kind of personalities and different people. So you really need to think about, how do you envision living and what is the lifestyle you want to live when you move here? Are you active? Do you want an active social calendar? Are you a pickleballer? Do you like to play golf? Are you somebody who wants to go out and be able to fish? Do you need walking trails? Is a restaurant on site important to you? What about the fitness center? And then there's other people where all they want is privacy. They want low HOA fees. They're looking for more quiet preserve lots, and they don't need the hustle bustle of all the activities. We have seen it, not a lot, but we have seen it where buyers will fall in love with the house, but then the community's not the right fit. Sometimes they'll fall in love with the community and the house is not the right fit. This is why we go through and we use our wish list to really try to narrow down where is the way that you want to live when you're here. And then we can kind of help calm some of the noise because we have so many options here and figure out what is the lifestyle in the community for you. Long term, we know that the community matters almost as much as the lifestyle. We recently had a listing down in Ave Maria where the buyer, he had purchased the home because his mom was going to be coming living with them. They went through, bought a home, and Ave Maria has a lot of new construction, new up and coming area. He was commuting back and forth to the east coast of Florida, and they came in, tore out everything in the house and completely redid it. And then unfortunately they had their family circumstances change, and mom unfortunately did pass away unexpectedly. So now the kids have this house that they had really made this whole move for their mom, and after only a couple months after buying it are now trying to sell it and move back to the East Coast because this lifestyle no longer works for the way that their family is with what has happened. And it's really, really tough because they are competing completely against new construction. And frankly, for a 2-month turnaround time, over-improved the house because they were getting it ready so that they could live the lifestyle that they wanted to live. So this does happen sometimes. And the reality is that we get asked all the time, why are people moving? People move for all kinds of reasons. This one is a more tragic reason, but sometimes it's because the outdoor space isn't doing what you want it to do. When we sold our first house in Stony Brook. So you just have to have an awareness that sometimes the community and where it is can matter just as much as the house itself. All right, you made it to number 7, but hold on because I still have some other things to share after we get through this. But number 7 is lifestyle convenience. We're not just talking about location, we are talking about lifestyle convenience. The buyers that we talk to, they care. How close are they to the airport? The closest grocery store? Where are all the restaurants? Where's all the medical? How close am I to the beach? Is this walkable? How close is it to family and friends that I've got here in the area? So again, when we're looking at the priorities and narrowing things down, the home might be gorgeous and check every single box. But does the location do the same? If you have to drive 20 minutes, 25 minutes down a busy road to get to all the restaurants, does that work for the lifestyle that you want to live? We've recently sold a home in a neighborhood that is a little further east of 75, and the home was beautiful. And literally the comment is, I would pick this home up and I would take it with me. But what these sellers learned is that yes, it was convenient to the airport, but they are people who like to eat out a lot. And they are driving so far to get to all the restaurants and to their friends that they've got down in Naples that it's just not the right location for them. And as great as the house is, they're selling it because they have learned that this is not the lifestyle that they want to live when they're spending their winters here in Southwest Florida. The best homes make life feel easy. And honestly, that's what a lot of buyers are chasing when they're coming here to Southwest Florida. They want to escape. They want to get away. They want to feel like they're on vacation. You just got to make sure that it brings the lifestyle convenience that you are looking for. All right, now we're getting to the interesting part. There are quite a few things that buyers rank really high and they think totally matter when they're looking for their new home here in Southwest Florida. But honestly, what we find is that they end up meaning less. So what am I talking about? I would not prioritize a formal dining room. It doesn't happen all the time, but we will work with people who are like, I really want a formal dining room. We like to go and eat, and that's great. But what most people find is that you end up either eating around the kitchen island or you're eating out on the lanai. And then there's people that think that they need more square footage. They're getting ready, they're preparing for all the people who are gonna come visit them, and they're buying a house for the days that they're gonna have visitors versus the months that they're gonna be actually living and using the home themselves. So we always caution people, make sure you're buying the house that is right for you and not giving too much to all the space that you might need for everyone to come and stay and visit. Plus, we always remind everyone, don't make your guest rooms too comfortable or people might come and not leave. We would not prioritize heavily segmented floor plans. Everyone is definitely, maybe not everyone, but most people, 95%, are looking for the open living concepts. Giant upstairs bonus rooms. Let me tell you, this is one that was so high on my priority list and I wanted it in every house that we moved to. We built a house in the place, it had a nice big loft, it had a nice big media room. My kids never used that room. I had visions of hosting movie parties and having all the kids over and having a place for them to go play. It did not happen. And then prioritizing the interior of the house and accepting a really tiny lanai and having little to no covered space. You will regret this. And finally, overly ornate Mediterranean finishes. So we hear a lot from people that they equate that type of finish to a house feeling like a Florida feel, which I would agree with that. We have a very Mediterranean look, especially here in Estero. But the reality is that is not the look that the buyers are coming in and wanting. They are wanting more modern. They're wanting less columns. They're wanting less golds and yellows and oranges. They're wanting flat roof tiles. So just have an awareness if you do lean towards that Mediterranean style, that you're probably going to have to address some of that when you get ready to resell the home. Florida living has shifted. People are prioritizing convenience, space, comfort, simplicity, functionality, and of course, the most important one, lifestyle. And some of the happiest people that we've worked with actually ended up picking houses that were smaller square footage than what they originally were intending, but they ended up being just the perfect balance of what they were looking for. Okay, so there you have it, 7 things that I think buyers should really focus on when they're looking for a home here in Southwest Florida. And honestly, if you get these right, there's a good chance you're not just gonna love your home, but you're gonna love your community and you're gonna be able to stay in it for a long time. I would love to hear from you. What is the most important thing that you want in a Florida home? Drop it down in the comments below. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing in real estate here in Southwest Florida, we would love the opportunity to help you. Our team has helped hundreds of buyers make the move here, some of them part-time, some of them full-time. We are ready to help you navigate it. All of our contact information is below. You can also leave us a comment, find us on social media, or contact us directly at 239-776-6872. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.